Good morning. Today we are going to discuss about inflorescence and flower. So inflorescence means arrangement of flower, cluster of flowers. Arrangement of cluster of flowers on the floral axis is called inflorescence. This is for example floral axis. ये floral axis में number of flowers are arranged. Cluster of flowers arranged on floral axis called inflorescence. The floral axis is continually growing. Floral axis is continually growing or it terminates into flower. For example, floral axis continually growing or the floral axis terminates into flower. Floral axis terminates into flower. Based on this condition, there are two types of flower. Racemose, cymose. Even theory question, define inflorescence. What are the difference between racemose and cymose? So first racemose. Racemose means floral axis is continually growing. Floral axis is continually growing. The flowers are arranged in acropetal manner. Acropetal manner means mature flowers present at the base, young flowers present at the tip side. That is the acropetal manner. Floral axis continually growing. Flowers are arranged in acropetal manner. That is the racemose. Example, Crotalaria, Fabaceae family actually. Then cymose, second one cymose. A floral axis not continually growing terminates into flower. This is a flower. Floral axis terminates into flower. Then flowers are arranged in basipetal manner. Basipetal means, for example, a mature flower present at the center. Young flowers are present at the lateral side. That is the basipetal manner. So basipetal manner, इसका example jasmine, jasminum. So cymose example jasmine. This is a generally inflorescence and the types of inflorescence according to textbook. See on the screen the flower and inflorescence. Just now I said flower is a modified shoot. Shoot only modified into flower. Then shoot apical meristem change into floral meristem. So actually here meristems. So in previous classes also we discussed about the meristem. Meristem involved in division. There are two types of meristems are there. Apical meristem and shoot apical meristem and root apical meristem. Root apical meristem involved to give the roots. Shoot apical meristem involved to form the shoot system. Shoot system, stem, leaf, flowers. So flower is a modified shoot. Then shoot apical meristem changes to floral meristem. Then internodes do not elongate and axis gets condensed. So internode is nothing but it's not get elongated. That's a condensed and form the flower. Then you see here where shoot tip, when shoot tip transform into flower. When shoot tip transform into flower, that is called solitary. This is general information about the shoot. Next, inflorescence. Inflorescence, arrangement of cluster of flowers on the floral axis is called inflorescence. You just see the diagram, there are three diagrams are there. So that in three diagrams, how flowers, cluster of flowers arranged on the floral axis. That's called inflorescence. So based on the whether floral axis gets converted into flower or continually growing, the inflorescence are two types, racemose, cymose. See, racemose main axis is continually growing. So when you see the diagram, left side diagram racemose, the floral axis is continually growing. Then small flowers are arranged in acropetal succession. Flowers are arranged in acropetal succession in alternate manner. Mature flowers are present at the basal part. Young flowers are present at the typical part. You see in the diagram, this is nothing but acropetal succession. A acropetal succession means a floral axis is continually growing. Then number of flowers, red color, that is a flower indicates. Flowers are arranged in acropetal succession. Mature flowers are present at the base. Young flowers, small flowers are present at the tip. That is nothing but acropetal succession. Next to cymose. Cymose means the main axis terminates into flower. Main axis terminates into flower. Even diagram also right side you can see the diagram. Cymose terminates into flower. Then flowers are arranged in basipetal succession. Mature flower present at the center, young flowers are present at the lateral side. You see in the diagram, then old flower present at the center, young flower, new flowers are present at the lateral side. That is nothing but basipetal succession. This is a racemose example Crotalaria, Fabaceae family. Cymose example jasmine, exactly. Next, flower. Flower is nothing but reproductive part of the plant. Flower is reproductive part of the plant. Sir, root, stem, leaf also helps in vegetative propagation. They are not reproductive part. I meant sexual reproduction. Flower only sexual reproductive part of the plant. Flower. The flower consists of 4 whorls. So for example, this is flower. A flower consists of 4 whorls arranged in swollen part. This is swollen part, that is called thalamus. Swollen part of the flower which have 4 whorls of the flower, that is called thalamus. Thalamus also called receptacle. Thalamus also called receptacle. Then stalk of the flower. A stalk of the flower connected to the stem. This is a stem. Stalk of the flower connected to the stem is called pedicel. Stalk of the flower is a pedicel. Just you see, I will say the stalks. Stalk of the leaf, petiole. Stalk of the flower, pedicel. Stalk of the inflorescence, peduncle. Stalk of the inflorescence is a peduncle. Now come to that. So a stalk of the, this is a flower. A flower having stalk, it is through the stalk it is helped to attach to the stem. That is nothing but pedicel. Here around pedicel reduced leaf-like structures are present. Around pedicel reduced leaf-like structures are present. That's called bracts. Bracts. If bracts are present in the flower, that is a bracteate. If bracts are absent in the flower, ebracteate. Bracts are present in the flower, bracteate. If bracts are absent in the flower, ebracteate. This is a general information about the pedicel, bracts, thalamus. Now you see, there are 4 whorls arranged in thalamus. A typical flower having 4 whorls. First whorl calyx, second corolla, third androecium, fourth gynoecium. A scientific terms: calyx, corolla, androecium, gynoecium. Normal terms: sepals, petals, stamen and pistil or carpel. So normal terms: calyx का member sepal, corolla का member petal, androecium का member stamen, gynoecium का member pistil or carpel. So इसमें 4 whorls, calyx, corolla is called non-essential parts of the flower. Non-essential parts of the flower are calyx and corolla. Why these are all non-essential? Because calyx and corolla not directly involved in reproduction. That's why we called calyx and corolla non-essential parts of flower or accessory parts of flower. Non-essential or accessory parts is calyx and corolla. Androecium and gynoecium are reproductive part of the flower. Androecium and gynoecium are reproductive part of the flower because they are directly involved in reproduction. That are called essential parts of the flower. Which of the following are essential parts of the flower? Androecium and gynoecium. Which of the following reproductive part of the flower? Androecium and gynoecium. Androecium and gynoecium. Androecium male reproductive part of flower. Gynoecium female reproductive part of flower. So directly involved in reproduction. So we called it is essential or reproductive parts of the flower. Reproductive part of the plant, flower. Reproductive parts of the flower, androecium and gynoecium. See on the screen, flower is reproductive unit in the angiosperm. Flower is a reproductive unit in angiosperm. It means for sexual reproduction, not vegetative. A flower has stalk-like structure called pedicel. Then swollen part of the flower is called thalamus, receptacle. So you see in the screen that you show, I'll show here pedicel. A stalk-like structure petal. You observe the diagram. Stalk of the flower is a petal. A stalk of the flower is a petal. That is called mainly petal. The petal only connected to the stem. Even this diagram also you observe a flower. A green color flower is connected to the stem which have leaves. That is nothing but pedicel. So around this pedicel, small leaf-like structure called bracts. If bracts are present, if it is a bracteate. If bracts are absent, it is a ebracteate condition. Ebracteate condition. You see in the diagram. So how four whorls are there? Four whorls. See, first whorl is a calyx. Calyx ka member sepal. Second whorl corolla, petal, red color, pink color. Third whorl is a androecium. Fourth whorl is a gynoecium. The flower has four kinds of whorls. Four kinds of whorls arranged in thalamus. Calyx, corolla, androecium, gynoecium. So I said na calyx and corolla accessory organ because not directly involved in reproduction. Androecium and gynoecium are reproductive organ, means essential parts of the flower because they are directly involved in reproduction. You just see in the diagram where is the calyx, where is the corolla, where is androecium, where is the gynoecium. This is a calyx. First whorl calyx. That is nothing but green in color, na? That is a calyx. Sepals. Calyx ka member is sepal. Next brightly color, na? Brightly color is there. That is nothing but petal. Brightly color petal. Corolla member is a petal. Next you see androecium. Dekho androecium. So androecium nothing but stamen. Androecium composed of stamen. That stamen having anther and filament. Androecium having anther and filament. Next fourth one gynoecium. Gynoecium having stigma, stylo, ovary. These are the general typical flower. Even sometimes they may chance to ask question. If draw the diagram of typical flower means you have to draw this diagram typical flower. A typical flower having generally four kinds of whorls: calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. Now parts of flower one by one we will see. A parts of flower we are discussing. First whorl is a calyx. Calyx is nothing but members of calyx sepal. Sepals are green in color. First whorl of the flower. Outermost whorl of the flower is a calyx. Green color. Then carry out photosynthesis. Calyx sepals protect the remaining whorls at bud stage. What is the function of sepal? Sepal's function is, calyx function is protect the remaining whorls at a bud stage. At that one. After fertilization, calyx falls off, withers off. Generally means after fertilization, ovary develop into fruit, ovule develop into seed. After fertilization, this calyx falls off. But in some fruits, still calyx is attached to the fruit. That is called persistent calyx. A persistent calyx is seen in brinjal, bigan, Solanum melanchina. Calyx ka member is a sepal. Sepals are, when all sepals are united, means combined, that's said to be gamosepalous. If sepals are not united, free, polysepalous. Gamosepalous, polysepalous. Second whorl of the flower is corolla. Corolla, what's meant by corolla? Corolla means second whorl. Then member of corolla is a petal. Members of corolla petal. Petals are brightly in color and helps in brightly in color and attract the insects and helps in pollination. Which of the following whorl brightly in color attract the insects and helps in pollination means corolla. Corolla ka member petal. Petals are generally brightly colored, attract the insects and helps in pollination. If petals are united, gamopetalous. If petals are free, polypetalous. Petals are united, polypetalous. Petals are separate, not united, polypetalous. Gamopetalous means petals are united. Polypetalous means petals are free. This is. In some plants, calyx corolla not differentiate, not distinct. That's called perianth. Perianth ka member is a tepal. Perianth ka member tepal. Example lily. Liliaceae family. Liliaceae. So which of the following plants having perianth? Lily. Which of the following family show the perianth or tepals? Liliaceae. Lily. Important one. See on the screen, we are discussing parts of flower. First oral calyx, second oral corolla, third oral androecium, fourth oral gynoecium. So first one by one, calyx. You see calyx, what is meant by calyx? First oral of the flower is a calyx. Outermost oral of the flower is a calyx. Calyx made up of sepals. Calyx made up of sepals. So you see in the diagrams, the green color structure, that is nothing but calyx. The calyx member is sepals. Yes, sepals are protect the remaining orals at bud stage. If sepals are calyx, maybe sepals are calyx may be united. United means gamosepalous. You see in the diagram, this is a gamosepalous. All sepals are united like that. If sepals are free, you see in the right side diagram, polysepalous. If sepals are united, gamosepalous. If sepals are free, that is a polysepalous. So calyx function is nothing but mainly helps in protection at bud stage. So persistent calyx means after fertilization also calyx still attached to the fruit, that is called persistent calyx. Example, brinjal, bigan. Next, second oral. Second oral is nothing but corolla. What is corolla here? Second oral is corolla. Second oral is corolla, inner to calyx. Member of corolla is a petals. Petals are brightly in color, different color. Attract the insects and helps in pollination. Corolla may be gamopetalous, means petals are united. You see in the diagram, gamopetalous, petals are united. Petals are free, polypetalous condition. Corolla petals are different color, different shape. So corolla may be, some are tubular shape, some are bell shaped, some are funnel shaped, some are wheel shaped also there. In some flowers, calyx corolla not distinct. That's called perianth. Perianth seen in Liliaceae family. Next topic. Just now we discussed calyx and corolla. How sepals and petals are arranged in the flower? That's called aestivation. Very important 5-mark question. Define aestivation. Briefly explain about the types of aestivation. 5-mark question. Phyllotaxy. Arrangement of leaves on the stem or branch. Phyllotaxy. Arrangement of flowers on the floral axis, called inflorescence. Arrangement of sepals or petals in the floral bud is called aestivation. There are 4 kinds of aestivations: valvate aestivation, imbricative aestivation, then papilionaceous aestivation, twisted aestivation. Valvate aestivation. Arrangement of sepals or petals make a margin. Total sepals or petals in one margin. They are close to one another, very close to one another. So no twisting, no overlapping. Overlap means one by one, covering, no covering. So like this. So this is a one sepal, this is one sepal. So very close to each other like this. Arrangement of sepals or petals close to each other without overlapping. That's called valvate aestivation. Valvate. Example, Calotropis. Twisted aestivation. Arrangement of sepals or petals overlap with one another. Overlap means this end is covered by another one. This end is covered by another one. Overlap means covering. Overlap with one another in particular direction. Arrangement of sepals or petals overlap with one another in particular direction. That is called a twisted aestivation. Twisted aestivation. Example, China rose. Cotton, lady's finger. So twisted aestivation, China rose, lady finger, cotton. These are all plants belongs to Malvaceae family. So twisted aestivation most common seen in which family? Malvaceae family. Next, imbricate. Arrangement of sepals or petals overlap with one another, but not in particular direction. That's called imbricate. I mean, one floral appendages covered like this. One covered like this. I mean, one appendages, 2 ends are totally inside. One appendage totally outside. Remaining orals are one side is in, one side outside. I will show in the diagram also. Imbricate aestivation. Gulmohar, cassia. Vexillary estivation. Papilionaceous. Vexillary or papilionaceous estivation means what, sir? Arrangement of sepals or petal. Here petals, 5 petals are there. One largest petal, that is nothing but largest petal is a standard. This largest petal here cover the 2 smaller petals called wings. So largest petal is called standard or also called vexillary, that cover the 2 smaller petal called wings. Wings also called ala, ala. Then a wings also cover the 2 smaller petals, that's called keel. Keel also called carina. So one largest standard, 2 smaller one, that is nothing but wings. That is 2 small cover the 2 smallest one, that is called keel. 1 plus 2 plus 2 arrangement, that is nothing but anterior petal, last 2 petal anterior petal is fused. 1 plus 2 plus 2 bracket, that is a papilionaceous or vexillary estivation. Estivation seen in generally pea plants, that is nothing but mainly Fabaceae family. Fabaceae family important estivation is vexillary or papilionaceous estivation. So estivation means it's a mode of arrangement of sepals or petals in a floral bud, that is called estivation. Here types of estivations: valvate estivation, twisted estivation, imbricate, vexillary or papilionaceous estivation. Now see one by one. First, valvate estivation. Valvate estivation you see in the screen. Sepals or petals arranged in very close to one another, but without overlapping. No overlap. You see here, no overlap. That's called valvate estivation. So you see 5 sepals are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 sepals very close to one another without overlapping. That is a valvate estivation. Example, Calotropis. Next one, twisted estivation. Twisted estivation means arrangement of sepals or petals overlap with one another. Arrangement of sepals or petals overlap with one another. Then one margin of the appendages overlap with another one. That is nothing but twisted estivation. Example, China rose, lady's finger and cotton. So these are nothing but one is covered by another one. One end is covered by another one. Twisted estivation. China rose, lady finger and cotton, commonly seen in Malvaceae family. Next estivation see, imbricate. Imbricate estivation means arrangement of sepals or petals overlap with one another, but not in a particular direction. No direction. Cassia Gulmohar. For example, you see in the diagram, imbricate estivation. Here, 5 sepals are there. One sepal is 2 ends are both are inside. One is a downside, 2 sepals are ends are both are outside. Remaining sepals, one end inside, one end is outside. So alternate like that. I mean not in particular direction. Arrangement of sepals or petals overlapping there but not in particular direction. Example, Cassia and Gulmohar. Next, vexillary or papilionaceous estivation. Vexillary or papilionaceous estivation means what? So in these 5 petals are there. What are 5 petals? Largest petal is nothing but standard. Then that is cover the 2 smaller one, that is called wing. Wings are ala. That cover the 2 smallest anterior petal. That is nothing but keel or carina. Example, pea and bean plants. You see in the diagram. So first one is the largest petal that cover the 2 smaller one. The 2 smaller petal is called wings or ala. Then 2 smaller petal cover the 2 smallest petal. That 2 smallest are fused, I mean united downside. That is called keel or carina. Arrangement is 1 plus 2 plus 2. So this type of estivation is vexillary estivation or papilionaceous estivation. Vexillary or papilionaceous estivation, most common in Fabaceae family. Fabaceae family. Just now we are discussing, so pattern of arrangement of sepals or petals in a bud, that is called estivation. So valvate, imbricate and twisted and vexillary or papilionaceous. Additionally, one more is there, quincuntial. Quincuntial, Quincuntial, quincuntial. So here sepals are, 2 sepals are, completely inside. 2 are completely inside. 2 are completely outside. One is alternate. 2 sepals are petals. The 2 ends are completely inside. 2 ends are completely outside. Two sepals of two ends are completely inside. Two sepals of two ends are completely outside. One sepal or petal alternate, one in, one out, like that. 2 plus 1 arrangement. That is a quincuncial. Example, Ipomea batata, sweet potato, Catharanthus. Ipomea batata and Catharanthus. These are nothing but flowers, types of flowers, estivation. Next class we are going to discuss about reproductive organ, androecium and gynoecium. Any doubt? Chance to ask. Thank you.